Alright, welcome to ETN News. We're looking at the earthquakes, and we had a 6.2 Papua New Guinea. I was getting ready to report that there was an earthquake coming 6.0 or greater. I just didn't know which side it was going to be on the Cascadia, on that side of the Pacific Plate or this side of the Pacific Plate. When you got the Pacific Plate pushing, you can't tell exactly which side. It's whichever side is the weakest that's going to get the earthquake. Only thing we know is they're coming. But I didn't get to report it in time. But we did get one. 6.2 miles deep. And that one is right off the coast of Papua New Guinea. Watch for high waves. Alright, Hawaii. You can see along the slump, earthquake activity still going on all the way up to Kilauea. Let's see what we have. 2.5s and greater. We only have 3. We got one 3.5, 1.2 miles deep, and two 2.7s. And Alaska, not much going on up north. Still getting a little bit of activity. 3.2. Don't show how deep that is. And around Adak, west-southwest of Adak, 4.3, 38.9 miles deep. Now over here, on this side, down here we got right out from Mount Rainier, 1.6, Mount St. Helens, it's got 4 small quakes. Well, it's 3 small quakes, yeah. And we got these explosions coming down through here, which, explosions showing them, people automatically thinks it's tunnels, so we'll just let these slide. But there's 2, 3, 4, 5 explosions down the coast. Alright, let's go over here at Yellowstone. Now we got 4 right here, and that is south of Mammoth, Wyoming. 4 small quakes. And come on down the coast, out on the San Andreas, out from San Francisco, a 1.9 and a 1.4. It's 8.1 miles deep and 6.7 miles deep. So the San Andreas is showing, starting to show activity. And out from San Francisco, we've had a large quake there before in the past. And around Round Valley, Long Valley, Caldera, 1.2, that's an aftershock. Now we got these coming down through here. We was looking at these earthquakes around Goldfield a few days ago. We was looking for a quake, maybe, that might occur a little bit bigger than the last one. Well, it didn't, but it's still swarming, and we're getting earthquake activity there. And let's see, we got 3 point something. I'll show you here in a few moments when I look at the 2.5s and greater. Down toward Las Vegas, you can see these coming down like we was talking about, right toward Las Vegas. They'll come right down this fault and into Las Vegas and over toward the lake, Mead Lake. And this one here stopped at Nellis Air Force Base, Nevada, 0.7. But we still got the fault coming down this way. We got to watch that area. Up in Utah, that's a 1.1, a 2.1. East-northeast of Carnerville, 8.0 miles deep. We don't got much going on down this way except for around Los Angeles, right in the city. Looks like it's in the city. 1.9 southwest of Highland Park, 4.2 miles deep, and another 1.9 south of Highland Park, 6.8 miles deep. Been having a lot of movement down in here. Okay, let's back it up a little bit. We got these coming across in Texas, 2.9, west-southwest of Mentone, Texas, 5.2 miles deep. You can see how they travel up toward Midland. There's 1.3. You know, all that blasting going on. And so is Oklahoma, 2.2 and 1.3. All right, over here, yesterday we had one in Georgia. Let's see what, after we talked about that down here in South Carolina, the seismic zone, we started seeing activity. You know, small activity, but activity. Now here's around Georgia, northwest side of Georgia, north of Tunnel Hill, we had a 2.5, 7.6 miles deep. Then a 2.1 northeast of Parksville, South Carolina. And dropped back 30 days on Georgia, and you can see coming through here up north, we had another 2.1, 10.2 miles deep. And then down south in Georgia, southeast, 2.4 north of Hagen, Georgia, 0.4 miles deep. And we got all this activity up through here. Just, you know, we got a lot of plate movement and things like that. And this is the new major seismic zone. You can see how it's went in a pattern. You know, even though it's 30 days of earthquakes, it's still made a pattern. All right, now here's what we got on Canada 4 hours ago. Reported shaking. Massachusetts. And 1.7 Canada. Yellowstone. Now look at these quakes up here. Not seeing nothing on the USGS. Okay, a 4.2, 21 hours ago. And then we got a 2.6, 2.0. And there's a couple more in there. And then on down, a 3.6. Southwest of Port Hardy, British Columbia. This is coming right down. And over here's Juan Fuca. So it's in between the Cascadia and the Juan Fuca fault. More like, let me get a little closer. Okay, so most down on the Cascadia over here. Looks like that's where it's heading, which we have a lot of movement here too. Alright, to 2.5s and greater. Let's back this up. This is what we was going to talk about. We had a 6.0 or greater coming, and this is Pacific Plate. North America's pushing up against it. The plates are pushing this way, but whichever side is the weakest spot, that's where we get an earthquake. Ain't no use in putting out an alert about a 6.0 or greater because it's already occurred. Okay, now look at this. Look at these storms. 20% chance in 7 days of disturbance 4. 20% chance in 10 days, disturbance 3. Disturbance 2, 30% chance in 7 days. And 20% chance in 7 days, disturbance 1. This one's going up the coast, but what about these 3? Let's hope we don't get a big hurricane out of that. And over here on this side, this typhoon, by Thursday, is supposed to pick up to 150 miles per hour. So it'll hit these islands at 150 miles per hour. There's Hainan. There's Halong over here where it's supposed to touch down on land. And that will be going at 125 miles per hour. We got to watch these storms. They could develop any time. You remember seeing these odd patterns over here before? Around India? It was on land last time I showed them. This one is out in the ocean. And you can go down to it, and it's showing rain in that. Okay, I'll see you all in the next updates. I don't see anything on Papua New Guinea about a tsunami or high waves, but still watch because I don't think they really keep up with it real good, you know, like they're supposed to. So still be prepared just in case if we get high waves. Alright, everybody stay safe and we'll be watching.